Matsuhisa-yu is reopening at noon.
Oh, good timing! My name is Daisuke Yagizaki. I'm 26 years old and love public bath. It's been a few years since I left my parents' house for work. I returned to my hometown for the first time in a while for business. I used to come here often when I was a student, partly because it was in the neighborhood. Matsuhisa-san, he started hiring a female employee, huh? It was on the verge of bankruptcy. It's amazing how they have recovered their business.
Do you know Matoba-san? Nice to meet you. I'm Misato Matsuhisa. I'm Matoba-san's wife.
What? Is that person married? I never thought he would get such a cute wife.
Huh?
She smiles, then...
Daisuke-kun, I finally found you.
Huh? When I turned around, there was a beautiful black-haired woman staring at me.
It's been 5 years. I wanted to meet you.
Who are you?
Huh?
For a moment, she made a funny face and froze.
Wow! Yozora-san is in shock. Even the drawing style of manga changed. But Daisuke-san doesn't seem to recognize you at all. Yozora-san, are you sure it's this person? No doubt. Daisuke-kun. I will never forget his face or voice.
I see. It seems like she knows me, but I'm sure I don't know her. For now, we decided to go to a nearby family restaurant. By the way, Misato-san said...
Yozora-san has been coming here often, waiting for the day she could meet you. Please talk to her.
Even though she said that, I'm sure I don't know her. It can't be helped. Thinking so, when I try to talk to her...
A snowy day. A delinquent-looking girl. Warm canned coffee and a 10,000 yen bill. Don't you remember?
I don't... Oh! Suddenly, those words reminded me of something.
What are you looking at? Are you hentai?
No! It's snowing and you look like you're freezing. Aren't you going home?
Well, it is freezing, but I don't want to go home. Oh yeah, hey, can you take me somewhere?
Idiot. Wait a moment. I give a can of coffee to a girl whose name I don't even know.
Thank you. It's warm.
There's a public bath called Matsuhisa-yu there, right? I'm a regular, and it was my payday today, so this is a special service. Go warm yourself up.
Huh? 10,000 yen? Hey, wait! I can't accept this much money.
I'm just lending it to you. Use the remaining money for accommodation. And if you get tired of running away from home, go home, okay?
You're a strange guy. To do this to a stranger. What's your name?
That's right. Winter during my 4th year of university. I just gave her my name and quickly went home. Ah, you're that girl from that time.
You finally remembered. I've been going to the public bath to see if you would come again, you know?
Sorry. I moved out right after that. That's right. I started a business with a friend from university and moved to Tokyo. I had come back several times, but Matsuhisa-yu was undergoing renovations. I see. So she thought I would come back on Matsuhisa-yu's reopening day. However, it was a coincidence that I actually went there today. Your hair color has also completely changed, and it's been about 5 years since then. You're very well-mannered.
Yozora. Just call me that way. My hair color, well, many things happened.
Well, I won't ask you any further about it. Ah, it warms me up. Then, we went to the newly renovated Matsuhisa-yu. It's Friday afternoon, so there aren't many people yet. It's nice to be able to stretch my legs in a large bath. There are fewer public baths around now. Yozora, huh? That was a surprise. I murmured as I watched the steam of the bath disappearing. Hey, safety comes first. Don't run. The next day, I was in the workshop of my parents' factory. Yagizaki Iron Works is a company run by my father. This factory mainly manufactures household items, such as pots and frying pans. In the past, I was forced to help him, and I hated it, so I left home and started a business with a friend. Now, his company is my client. How strange. But, you want to turn my unused old warehouse into an office, huh? You just leave it as is, right? I'll do something about the renovation. You accepted my terms, right? That's right. I came here to set up a new office. My parents' factory is located in the suburbs and has broad acres, with extra land for an unused warehouse. By the way, we are planning to enter into a lease contract for the land. It's convenient for the business as well. My name is Yagizaki. This is my first time greeting you like this. We'll be staying here for 3 weeks. I stay at my parents' house and greet nearby businesses.
You're right. I will receive your business card then. But I'm glad I was able to talk to your company. The companies that are currently selling these products are becoming profit-oriented. Even though they don't change the selling price, they just demand that we, the suppliers, significantly lower the price.
That's terrible. Whoa, I moved around a lot today. And at the end of the day, I came to the public bath. The time spent relaxing in the hot water is bliss.
You're here! Hey, you came here to show your bathing scene to the viewers, right?
Who benefits from that? And were you waiting for me? We exchanged contacts, right?
It's fun to wait and see if you will come.
My heart suddenly skipped a beat as she smiled at me. From then on, Yozora started calling me every night.
And the other day, super naked man finally changed his mind and started wearing clothes. I was so moved.
You were moved just by him wearing clothes? Well, that's it for today. I'm going to sleep.
What? 30 minutes? No, 20 more minutes.
No, you have work tomorrow too, right? Go to bed. She grumbled, but I hung up on her. Is she a child?
I'm full. Thank you for buying me a meal.
A few more days later, I invited her out for dinner, and then we headed home. Is this what having a female friend is like? I never had any until now, but I guess it's like this. I'm glad you were satisfied.
I'm satisfied. I only have this much fun when I'm with you, Daisuke-kun. But it probably won't last that long. So, thank you.
She looked a little sad. I was encouraged by her expression and started talking. Hey, isn't your full name Yozora Iwatsuki?
Huh? How did you know?
I see. That's good to know. You said it wouldn't last long, but as long as you want it, it's okay with me. Because the moment I was about to continue, a man's voice rang out. Hey, don't go near my sister! Oh, are you Yagizaki? The name of the man was Gekka Iwatsuki. He's Yozora's older brother. And he's also a former classmate of mine. He's the son of the wealthy president of a major trading company that deals with local specialty products. However, although he was good at academics, his personality was arrogant, especially towards me. Heh, I don't know what kind of relationship you have with my sister, but I'd like you to stay away from her. My sister is going on an arranged date. So, if you get involved with her, I'll destroy you, including your parents' company. Remember, we sell your casting products. Look, Yozora, let's go. Don't get involved with such a bastard.
Ow! Don't pull
Hey, stop it! Shut up! Don't mess with us! And then, Gekka Iwatsuki put Yozora in his car and drove away. That night, I received a phone call a little later than usual. She was sobbing.
I'm sorry. Sorry. My brother, your parents' business.
Don't worry. You haven't done anything, right? Like I said, I'm fine. More than that, can you talk to me? About yourself?
Yeah. Since I was a kid, I was always compared to my brother because I wasn't good at anything. My parents always praised my brother. I was isolated. Still, time passed and I grew too. One day, my classmate inspired me to dye my hair and make myself look really rough. It was like I wasn't myself, but I couldn't go home. If I could go home like this, what will my family say to me? I was scared. So scared. Then a man called out to me at that time. Even though I was scared, I put on as much bravado as I could.
That man was me. So that's why she was standing alone in the snow that day.
The story of the arranged marriage is also true. Next week, I'm going on an arranged date. The guy is someone I don't know. I guess this is brainwashing, right? I can't disobey my parents for some reason.
This is probably due to a distorted dependence coming from lack of love. That's why, even if what her parents say is unreasonable, she feels happy to obey them.
I don't know what you felt back then, but for me, your kindness touched my heart. So Daisuke-kun, I loved you. Thank you. Goodbye.
She said so, and the call ended. She probably won't answer even if I called back. She's always one-sided. This may also be due to her upbringing. She loved me, huh? I need to make up my mind. The light on my smartphone went out, and my face reflected on the black screen. I had a really scary expression on my face. A week later, in the end, Yozora never contacted me. One day, I was visiting a restaurant for work. It's a little earlier than the meeting time.
Your companion is already waiting.
Saying this, the waitress quickly arrived at the room, crouched down, and opened the sliding door.
Your companion is here.
When I entered through the sliding door, I saw a woman with her head drooping. You don't look well, huh? Are you nervous?
Huh?
She looked up, surprised by my voice. Her eyes widened.
Daisuke-kun?
Did you really not know anything? I'm your arranged partner.
Why?
This was decided from the very beginning. This is why I knew her last name. You should find a good partner quickly. Oh, how about going on an arranged date in exchange for renting out my land? Huh? An arranged date? Recently, the president of Unscrupulous Profit Co. has been insisting that his daughter and you meet up. Unscrupulous Profit? That's Iwatsuki's family. His little sister? She must be dangerous. Haha, you are free to refuse. I just don't want him to nag me any further. Lately, they have been getting a bad reputation for a lot of things, so their suppliers are leaving them, right? So he wanted to take in my family's factory, which is a long-established company and has a strong brand name, I guess. In short, it's a political marriage. Perhaps the plan was to use Yozora to eventually take over a company. However, Gekka didn't know that Yozora's arranged partner was me. If he saw my name, he would have known it was me right away. And what she said now, She must be like a tool to Yozora's family. They have no interest in her and use her only when necessary. That really annoyed me.
Wait, you knew that much? And why did you come?
She stands up and looks a little angry. The food was just brought in. Oh, this is delicious, as expected from a high-class restaurant.
Hey, don't start eating. Answer my question.
Well, I guess I was annoyed by your family's approach. Plus, because it's you, Yozora, I came here because you were my arranged partner.
Huh?
I could have refused, but I didn't. I would like to continue with the arranged marriage. How about that being a response to your confession the other day?
What? But...
It must have been hard for you until now, but don't worry anymore. Your life will move in a good direction from now on. Now, let's take a look at Gekka Iwatsuki's exchange in the president's office. The arranged marriage went well, huh? Great! Now, we pretty much have Yagizaki Ironworks in our hands. Oh, it was with that guy? He's just a subcontractor. I'm sure his company would have obeyed us if we put little pressure on them. Well, don't say that. It's carrot and a stick. All we have to do is use them wisely and throw them away. I see. If we can bring down the price of their company's products significantly. They don't know yet that they're going to hit the rock bottom from now on. Great, we have a deal. A few days have passed since the arranged date. I signed an agreement with the company I visited before.
I hope this will somehow work out.
We will do our best. I would be happy to have a long-term relationship with your company. What? Toriaizu Carpenter is not renewing our contract? 1 month later, Gekka Iwatsuki was raising his voice loudly.
That's right. They will no longer do business with us.
Heh, I guess they're going out of business or something. That's fine. There are plenty of alternatives.
No, not only that.
Why? Why all of a sudden? Hey, did you try to stop them properly?
Of course. However, all the replies I received were that they would no longer do business with us. Well, I heard that Love Koi Mason Shoji is behind this.
Huh? Isn't that a new company? Why would a long-established company like us lose against them? Gekka was angry, but nothing changed. And finally, my parents' company, Yagizaki Ironworks, also announced the termination of their contract with them. What does this mean? My daughter will marry your son. Why would you terminate the contract? That's right! We didn't give you Yozora for nothing! It seems like they just barged in without an appointment and said whatever they wanted, but my father was unfazed. We're a long-established trading company. It would be a problem for you if we stopped doing business with you, right? I'll be doing business with my son's company from now on. They will ensure sufficient profits, and we will not be forced to buy at a low price. The name of my company is Love Koi Mason Shoji, and it's a trading company that sells local specialties. This is a company that I started in Tokyo using the foundry knowledge and network that my dad had instilled on me. It's a startup that is currently growing rapidly through online sales. Coincidentally, it's in the same industry as Gekka's unscrupulous Profit Co. If I had started my company in this town, we probably would have been crushed. I just wished we could healthily compete with each other, but all the manufacturers have decided to switch over to us. I guess that's how bad they wanted an alternative. Well, in that case, give my daughter back. It was a mistake to have her go on an arranged marriage with your son. That's right. You're just a lowly subcontractor and should keep on acting like one. I can't grant either of your wishes. We're an independent company and not a subcontractor, by the way. Besides, to say give back about an adult woman and your daughter. After saying that, my father turned on a stern look and said, "What do you mean, give it back? Treating people like objects. Parents should respect their children and vice versa. I have nothing to give you guys back. Go home." And the Iwatsukis were kicked out. Meanwhile, I was taking Yozora back to my house. Not my parents' home, but my current residence. After the arranged marriage was concluded, Yozora was kicked out of her house and asked to go live with me, so I brought her here.
Hey, Daisuke!
You don't have to come pick me up every day like this.
Why not? I'm bored even if I stay at home.
Alright. Are you looking for a job properly?
Of course! I have an interview next week.
We are enjoying your life here without any restrictions. Now, let's talk a little bit about what happened after that. No way! Bankrupt? Due to a sudden decrease in the number of products sold, they eventually went bankrupt. Even a major trading company has no way of making a profit if they don't have products to sell. It seems like they were gradually abandoned by their employees too. My intervention was probably the cause of their bankruptcy, but it's their own fault after all. Business depends on suppliers. I wonder if they, who have treated others like tools, understood that now.
Daisuke-kun, isn't that the place?
Whoa, are they even open? We got married soon. No ceremony was held. We only submitted the marriage certificate. For our honeymoon, we visited public baths in remote areas. What a quiet honeymoon.
Come to think of it, it's been about 2 years already, huh?
What are you talking about?
Since the day you first took my hand. Hey, can you take me somewhere?
I heard the same line once. At that time, I didn't take it seriously. But now, I know she means it. So, I took her hand. Yeah, let's go. And Yozora finally began to live her own life. Together, we can go anywhere we want.
My name is Narumi Kashimara, a 27-year-old freelancing programmer who lives in the suburbs. I went freelancing to avoid interaction with people. I live alone in a house I inherited from my granddad. Ah, so warm. Kotatsu sure is a must-have during winter season. A new year has just arrived, and it's getting colder day by day. It's expected to rain today. Respect to those who commute to work. Oh, it's snowing. Looks like rain turned into snow. I could see white particles falling from the sky. I've always wondered why it gets real quiet when snowing. Maybe because the snow absorbs sounds? This thought got me to actually try looking it up on the internet. When a loud doorbell sound rings throughout my house.
Hey, bro, open it up. I'm freezing out here.
What the hell? Now she's banging on the door, totally disrupting a peaceful, snowy day.
The wind is taking me. Please, just open the door.
What is going on? I got up out of kotatsu.
Why does it have to snow? It's so cold.
I don't have the answer to that. I let her in, only to be scolded by her.
It's because you have bad karma. You should repent your actions, brother.
That doesn't make any sense. I never knew I had such power to control the weather. This person, who you can see sighing, is Mika Kashimara, my 24-year-old sister.
Why do you need to live so far from the station?
You're more than welcome to leave anytime. Jeez. Say that to our granddad. He bought this place. So, what did you come here in this terrible weather for? And who is she? The girl who came in with Mika. She hasn't said a word, so I ask who she is.
This here is Yukino Manazuru, a friend at work, so to speak. The thing is, she's sort of heartbroken from a recent breakup. She was even engaged. Isn't that horrible? Poor her.
And her point is? I was just listening to her, wondering that.
So, until it's cherry blossom season, can you look after her until spring?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry for the inconvenience, sir.
Just hold on a minute. You came all the way here to what now? She broke up with who? I'm looking after her? We settle down first, then my questions.
So warm. Kotatsu sure is a must-have during winter season.
Answer me.
This is a sensitive subject, and I'm not sure if I should be the one to tell you. Sorry, but can you ask her directly?
Even though she's clearly not in the mood, you're so evil. Yukino Manazuru's been like that since her arrival, sitting face to face with the wall. I could even see a dark aura spreading from where she was. Whoa, now she's singing. I'm starting to feel scared.
Oh, and I'll be staying here too.
What? You too?
Of course, Yukino is a girl. There's no way in hell I'm gonna leave her with a gloomy, creepy programming loser like you.
What did I do to deserve that from my own sister? Well, looks like there's a lot going on. Okay, you can stay if that could be a help.
Yes, I knew you'd say that, bro.
I realized Yukino had her eyes set on me. Couldn't really read what she was thinking or feeling, but I'll just take her stare as a thank you. On this snowy day, our life together was about to begin. But, to be honest, much isn't gonna change just because they moved in. There are multiple rooms, so they should have plenty of space. Okay, this machine should be showing error code 5. And when error occurs, it also needs to be sending emails.
Excuse me?
Ah! I was startled being spoken to out of nowhere. I could not sense her. Can I help you?
I just thought I could be of help with something.
Help? You're a guest here. You can just kick back and chill.
But Mika told me if there's nothing to do, I should go ask you.
Ah, I see. So this is Mika's doing. That aside, she's really hard to read. Her hair drops down on her face, making her look like a ghost, if I'm totally honest. Excuse me.
Huh? What?
I brought up her hair to reveal her face. Damn, she's so cute. Why do you have your hair covering your face?
This is embarrassing.
She took a distance from me. My fault. Didn't mean to offend you.
No, I don't like my face shown because I'm ugly.
Ugly? You?
Yeah.
I don't think you're ugly. You're cute. At least I think you are. If you're ugly, then what do we call Mika? Then we call Mika the beauty of the century. I'm so lucky to be her brother. Sensing an ominous presence behind me, I quickly switched my attitude.
Ow.
She licked me.
You taste like a lie, Narumi Kashimada. Why don't we take this to another room?
Wait, no, spare me, my good sister. Next morning, breakfast was already made when I went to the living room.
Good morning.
She's the only one here, so does that mean she made these? Did you make these, Manazuru?
Yes, it's the least I can do.
Thanks. You decided to have your hair like that. It suits you. I could see her face turning red. Oh shit. Shouldn't I have talked about it?
I mean, thank you. You see the good in me.
I thought she said something, but I couldn't really catch it. Now, there are some things that can be problematic due to the increased household members. And that is, things like groceries attributed to daily necessities.
We're probably gonna stay for 2 or 3 months. I need to make sure we're well supplied.
And why do you need me accompanied? Why can't just you two go?
Oh, shut it. You have a job top of driving and carrying luggage. What a gentleman you are, big bro. Yay!
You shut it.
Come on, Yukino. Enough with the gloomy face. Let's enjoy shopping. Whoa!
Mika tries to lighten up the mood, but Yukino still seems hurt from her breakup. I'm beginning to think she's naturally like that to begin with.
We're gonna start off with the makeup section. That's just one of the things we'll check out.
Led by Mika, we were running around in the department store. We eventually ended up at...
How do I look?
You know what? You look fantastic.
I can't.
She immediately hid behind the curtain, but she was like a total different person.
I'm beyond tired.
It took the whole day for us to get everything we needed. Now, we're just chilling in the kotatsu, or rather, knocked out. Never planned to buy that much. Surprisingly, it was Yukino who paid for all of them. Is she like super rich?
I'm sorry for having you help us all day.
Yukino sounded apologetic. It's alright, we needed to do this sooner or later. Besides, it was fun. Somewhat. I wasn't up for it at first, but it turned out to be refreshing in a way.
You're kind. A man like you do exist. Yukino laughed? Oh, I get it.
I had to work at night after shopping. At one point, I went outside for fresh air. Snow, huh? No wonder it's cold. Hope it won't snow hard. Sometimes being in cold weather helps clear my head.
Excuse me. May I talk to you?
As always, she has a weak presence. Didn't even notice she was there until she spoke. Yeah, what's up?
I just thought I owed you an explanation that you should know about me.
Then, Yukino's story unfolded. What happened before all this?
So, as you already know, I don't have much confidence in myself. I'm shy, timid. I was that person reading books in the corner of the classroom. Yup, I've always been like that. Many of my classmates teased me. And one day, I came across an opportunity to go on a blind date. It was set up by my father, but I didn't have high hopes.
You're such a boring woman. If you want to date me, at least be someone worth my time.
I could see he didn't like me, but later on came a suggestion that we be engaged. I was glad that at least there was someone willing to accept such an introvert like me. His father then suggested we live together, so I canceled the lease with my apartment to move into his house, but...
What? Live together with you? Just what the hell are you talking about? That blind date was a forced one to begin with. I was just playing along because my father insisted. None of this was my call. I don't even like your type, Miss Gloomy. I mean, you're welcome to stay to do things for me, but I have another woman to tend to. Yukino started crying at this point. Well, you could say part of it was her fault for misunderstanding, but that cannot be an excuse for him to treat her like that. Screw him. I gently gave her a hug. I think she wanted someone to open up to about this, like she did to Mika, and maybe now, I'm one of the people she trusts. It's alright, no one's gonna hurt you here. Stay as long as you want.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I looked up to the sky. Maybe the snow is able to absorb her crying, I wonder. A month later, Yukino had become more outgoing.
What should we make for dinner tonight?
Why don't we decide at the supermarket? I bet we don't got much in the fridge.
Okay then. Let's go together. Hey, big bro. The bathtub is busted.
What? The old boiler finally gave out. We had no choice but to use a public bathhouse.
Welcome to Matsuhisa-yu.
A nearby bathhouse that just got renovated has become a popular spot for locals. The woman at the front desk is a wife of the couple that runs this place. She's wearing cat ears ears for some reason.
Those ears. So cute. Thank you. Enjoy your bath.
All warmed up, we were on the way home. We should be doing this once in a while.
I had never been to a bathhouse before. It was so spacious and fun. I know. Usually, you just take a bath at home, and if anything, you'd go to a legit hot spring. Do you go there often?
Me? Oh yeah, just when I'm too lazy to ready a bath at home, or simply for a change of pace.
Huh? Look at you two, hitting it off like that. Tell me, do you have a thing for him, Yukino? And do you for her, big bro? What are you... Why? Mika-san?
What's wrong with you? That like thing saying. Mika cries out laughing.
Just remember, big bro, if you want to go down this road, you need to show some serious commitment.
At that moment, I had no way of knowing what she meant by that. 2 months in since our life together began, it's cherry blossom season. Winter is finally over, huh? You seem a lot more brighter.
That's thanks to you both, you and Mika.
She's starting to smile a lot too. When Mika said until cherry blossom season, did she mean until Yukino gets over her past? Mika was out for work since the morning. Unusual for her to be wearing a suit. When we got back from shopping, Mika and a man I didn't know were standing in front of the entrance.
Father?
Father? That man is her father? Said father smiles at us. I invited him in for a cup of tea, but then he asked me to sit, so I sat next to Mika.
He looks like he's smiling, but his eyes are clearly not. So, I've heard what's going on. Oh, I get it. I'd be really mad if I had a daughter and she was living with a random guy. But why now though? What made you wait? Yukino, tell me everything. I'd like to hear it from you.
Yes.
It was obviously tough for her to relive such a nightmare. Her father just sat there and listened silently. When she was done, he stood up saying he's leaving. What the hell? He was about to get into his car when he looked at me and said, I'm sorry for visiting unannounced. I'd appreciate it if you would let her stay a bit longer. Huh? Understood. Then he turns to Yukino, this time with a soft expression on his face. Yukino, have you gotten stronger? Strong enough to push through explaining such experience?
No, I'm still weak, but I have Mika-san and Narumi-san by my side. They accepted me, so I'll be fine.
I see. You found someone right. Please take care of Yukino. That's what he said right before he left with the car Mika drove. As for me, I was totally dumbfounded by this out of nowhere, totally unprecedented encounter. Just what is going on? So, care to tell me?
Actually, my father is...
Another 2 weeks have passed. Cherry blossom at its full bloom, announcing the arrival of spring.
I do still miss the old Matsuhisa-yu. That's when I was helped.
Really? I'd love to know more about that.
Yukino made some friends. Good for her. She's especially close to the young wife here. Maybe they have more things in common. But the peace was never meant to last. As we got back from the bathhouse, we were interrupted by this man. Deja vu, as they say. Except this time, it wasn't Yukino's dad, but a young man. Upon recognizing us, he walked towards us.
Hitoshi-san.
That's the guy? Just what the hell did you do? Do you enjoy destroying my life, huh? Look at you! So that boring introvert look was just an act to trick me? Damn you!
Huh?
Hitoshi Mukaigawara, son of a CEO at a certain company, and Yukino's ex-fiancee. My first impression of him, a spoiled man from a wealthy family. And now he's squaring up on Yukino. But not before me and Mika stepped in between them. So this is the guy who hurt Yukino. Me and Mika were already boiling inside, but we kept our cool and stared at him. Who are you people?
Yukino's friends. You got a problem, Mr. Ex-fiancee?
He was taken aback by her sharp glare. But he quickly pulled himself together and pointed at Yukino. This woman! Just because I broke our engagement, you think it's okay to do this to me?
What do you mean, just because?
This is between you and me only, but you involved my company in this, you bitch! Me and my dad do not deserve this kind of treatment! I'll hold you responsible for every damage. To summarize, his dad's company is facing bankruptcy. Apparently, over the past week, their major clients terminated their partnerships. When they were asked why, all of them replied saying, "Ask your president and his son." It wasn't long before the news spreaded within the company, which resulted in both of them being shunned by other workers. It's just a matter of time before they'll be showered with resignation notices. As for how he found us, he hired a private detective apparently. He looked tired after ranting for so long and had to take a beat when Mika spoke up.
That's all your fault. You and your daddy. And you're the reason for your company's loss of trust.
What did you say?
Didn't your dad bring the idea of blind date to Yukino's dad? You should have just said no if you weren't up for it.
And I did. I'm not interested in boring women.
I know, but your father insisted. He wanted to get you and Yukino together so bad in order to reinforce the partnership with Yukino's dad's company.
Yep, Yukino's dad, he's a president at a giant trading company, and that's why he's rarely in Japan. Mika works for him pretty much as a mentor for Yukino.
One might say you were just a pawn in your dad's hand.
That's right. I was just being manipulated, so I don't deserve...
Of course you do.
Now she's shouting at him.
Even though it was a forced engagement by your dad, what did you say to her? What did you do to her? You had every right to say no, but you had no right to treat her the way you did.
That's what Yukino's dad is angry about, the mistreatment. Not only this man disrespected Yukino, but also her father who accepted the idea of blind date. He lost all his trust. As a result, Yukino's dad pulled away from doing business with his company. Mukaigawa's company, which mainly deals exported items, is likely to shrink down due to bad reputations. Okay. How about we start over? Why not forget the past?
I thought you had someone else.
Shut up! I'll dump her. Whoa, what a douche. I'm lost for words. As for Yukino...
I respectfully decline.
Me and Mika were surprised. Yukino took my arm, looking straight into Mukaigawa's eyes.
I have someone I like, so I can't go out with you. I never will.
Do you not understand? You're a daughter of a big CEO. I'm more fitting to be your...
I don't want to hear that from someone who rejected me. Narumi-san, he called me cute. He accepted me for being boring and shy. That was enough for me.
Looks like he finally understood there's no way out of it. I heard later that he was arrested for causing a car accident on the way back. I would have felt sorry for him if he was a decent person. I feel powerless. I couldn't do anything for you back there.
That's not true. You were there. I was glad to have you.
Right. And by the way, big bro, you still haven't replied to her confession.
I'm not quite ready for that.
Just like usual, we went inside our home together. The only difference was that my face and Yukino's were so red. So what happened after that? As Mukaigawa's company was on the verge of collapsing, it was bought by Yukino's dad. The company itself was taken under his wing, but Mukaigara and his dad were fired. Also, he was dumped by his girlfriend, and now nobody knows where he is. What a dramatic downfall. 1 year later, our life hasn't changed much, with them still living here. Seeing how Yukino's changed, her father tolerates her staying at my place.
It's so cold.
It's still snowing outside even though it's already March.
Can't wait for spring, because I have some important thing to do when it hits spring. Yukino, would you marry me?
Yes.
1 year since we started going out. I proposed to her in raining cherry blossoms.
My name is Matsuhisa Matoba. I'm a 30-year-old public bathhouse owner in the middle of nowhere. I inherited this bathhouse according to my grandfather's will, but it's just a rundown bathhouse. We're getting by on the inheritance my grandfather saved up during the bubble economy, but I think we can only keep going for a couple of years. Oh, it's time for groceries. We open at noon and close at 10 p.m., so I need to go for grocery shopping early in the morning. Even if we open all day, only a few customers come. We need to increase the number of customers. No, if that was possible, we would have done it already. They just don't come, and we don't have money. The vain self-questioning after groceries made me feel even more vain.
Ugh, this lady is so gross. Ugh, she stinks.
Huh?
Hey, why don't you take a bath?
So dirty.
Oh, sorry.
They're probably kids from the neighboring kindergarten. They're teasing who looks like a middle school girl. Well, I'm sure she's dirty, but... I can't help it. I got annoyed, so I headed over to her. Hey, you! Come with me! I grabbed her hand and pulled her along with me.
What? Who are you? And where to?
It doesn't matter, just follow me.
But I smell.
She certainly emits a strong smell, but I pulled her along anyway. Here, a change of clothes. This is men's boxers, so it's big for you, but it's new. And the woman's change room is that way. Make sure you wash up before you get into the bathtub, okay?
Huh?
She is confused. Well, I guess anyone would be confused if you're suddenly brought to a public bathhouse and told to take a bath. She got embarrassed as her stomach growled so loudly. I can't really see her expression, but she must be blushing. You're hungry? Alright, but first, take a bath.
I got pushed in. A bath? It's been a long time. Maybe he's a nice guy. Huh? Even if he's not, it doesn't matter. I wonder if I have any reason to live.
I brought a girl home almost on an impulse. When I think about it, I'm a crazy guy who brought home a middle school girl. Am I not? Oh, shit. Am I going to get arrested in the worst case? Well, that's okay. I don't know what's gonna happen to my life anyway at this rate.
Excuse me?
Apparently some time have passed already, and the girl who had finished taking a bath called out to me.
Oh, thank you for the bath. It felt good.
That's good. Huh? You are a beauty. Yes, a ridiculously beautiful girl was standing in front of me. Oh my god, that's outrageous. What's with that flabby shirt and those fair slim legs?
It's you who prepared it for me.
Oh yeah, that was me.
I had no idea wearing men's boxers feels so drafty.
Oh, the way she's embarrassed is so cute. Long hair, beautiful face, and slender figure. Most guys would love these. Thanks to the mismatching man's t-shirt, her entire beautiful legs were showing. That's what I'm talking about. I never thought that dirty girl with strong smell was such a beautiful girl. Well, no one would usually imagine that.
Oh, sorry, I haven't introduced myself yet. My name
I'm Matsuhisa Matoba. I'm the owner of this rundown public bathhouse, in case you're wondering. Why we're in such a terrible... Wait, you should eat first. Let's eat first before it gets cold. She can't possibly focus on a conversation when she's drooling and glancing at the food in front of her.
Huh? Are you sure?
Misato's hand was already reaching for the food as she said that.
First decent meal in a long time.
Misato began to shed tears just after taking a bite of rice. Long time, you say? How have you lived until now?
Oh, I'd get leftover food from restaurants, get food donations, but then gradually everyone stopped giving things to me.
Well, since she was that dirty and smelly, nobody would have wanted to go near her. When I told her to just eat and not worry about anything, Misato had even more tears in her eyes.
I beg you, please let me stay here.
After finishing her meal, Misato bowed and said so. What? Well, this is a poor public bathhouse that doesn't make any money, you know?
I don't even need to get paid. I'll still work hard. I'll do anything you want, so please.
Anything I want. Oh, stop, Matoba. It's a crime to mess with a middle school student. Oh, you know what though? I can't just take in a middle school student, you know? Legally speaking.
Middle school?
Oh, am I wrong? You were short and slim, so...
Step!
Well, how can I say this? It's cute. You're starting to grow up.
Oh, he's mentally beating me up.
I noticed that Misato had a dying look on her face. What's wrong? Why do you suddenly look so exhausted?
Please look up the word insensitive. You know, I just turned 18 last month.
Huh? What? 18?
I'm not happy that you're surprised.
Aren't you, like, joking?
I'm not, joking. Do you want me to get mad at you?
I should stop. She might kill me if I say anything further. She wanted to at least do enough work to cover the cost of her bath and meal, so I decided to let her work as a receptionist for the time being. This is where you receive payments. The right side is the man's bath and the left side woman's. Here's the price list. Well, you can just leave this on your side as a reference.
No, it's okay. I memorized it.
Huh? I mean, I wouldn't say the list is complicated, but after only looking at it for a few seconds, she memorized all of it? I asked her a few questions to test her, and she got everything right. So she really memorized over 10 items with just a quick glance.
By the way, there's only reception and no more watch stand, huh?
Yeah, a watch stand was commonplace in Japanese public bath for security reasons, but it's abolished now. The watch stand could see both men's and women's change rooms, so it's no longer appropriate for the present day.
I see. So you can't take a peek at the woman's change room with a dirty look, huh?
No, and I'll never do that. What kind of a person do you think I am? And it was now time to open the bath, and one customer came in right away.
Heya! I'm here!
Her name is Miyu Nagata. She's a kindergarten teacher in the neighborhood and one of our regular customers.
Oh my, the kids were so energetic!
Apparently she was playing outside with kids all morning as usual, so she often comes here during lunchtime. She's actually a bit of a celebrity in town, having played the main role in the town's major festival last year.
Oh! You have a new girl for reception! Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, is she a relative? Such a good girl. She's helping you out even though she's in elementary school. Elementary?!
Misato gets shocked, but I knew it. She looks younger than her real age.
Sorry, I misunderstood. I see. So you came here as Matoba's bride, huh?
How did it come to that? This is odd. I did summarize it, but I thought I explained it pretty well. But somehow, it ended up in a crazy misunderstanding.
You see, you told me before that you didn't have enough money to hire someone, right? But if you're his wife, it all makes sense.
That's a misunderstanding.
Don't be so shy. Anyway, I'm going to take my bath now. Oh, I'm going to tell Shu-chan and Yu-chan about it too.
Don't spread your misunderstanding. Nagata-san left the money and headed for the change room while laughing.
Oh, but bride?
Nagata-san seemed to have spread her story very well, and in the evening, people began to gather in droves.
Wow, you're Mataba's wife? You're so cute. It is true that you're 18? Oh, what? You're that pretty without even makeup on.
I'm so jealous. Would you like to become my sister-in-law? That lady sure is a celebrity. She spread the information all over the town.
Oh, excuse me. Everyone, how about a bath? Matsuhisa public bath has been around since the late 1800s. It's a lot bigger than a home bath. Oh, I bit my tongue.
Misato bit her tongue at the most important part of the explanation. Well, she tried her best. And at that moment, the crowd went wild.
What was that? She was super cute. Oh my, I'll go bring my husband.
I'll come here every single day. Oh. Huh? That day, we recorded the biggest number of customers in many years. After closing, we had a late supper at the main building attached to the bath.
Was I of any help to you?
I'm sorry I underestimated you.
Oh, please don't bow your head.
But her influence won't last that long at this rate. But before we talk about that, why do you have fake cat ears on?
Oh, a customer told me I should wear these. How is it from your point of view?
My heart skips a beat at her cute gesture and appearance. I believe it suits you just fine, ma'am.
Oh, I just said an honorific. But I'm glad.
She smiled a bit as she said that. Well, I had expected the increase in customers to be transient. However, in contrary to my expectation, the number of customers has not dropped down even after a week. In fact, it seems to be increasing gradually.
The price for a bath and towel is 780 yen. Oh, Misato, you're as cute as ever. Thank you very much.
She just put on cat ears and we have this many customers. Oh, maybe I should put them on too? No, should I make it bunny ears or something?
No, I don't think you should.
It's the owner's duty to do whatever he can to make sales, don't you think?
Uh-huh.
In the end, I reluctantly dropped the idea after Misato's desperate persuasion.
Well, it's because there's this big buzz about a cute receptionist with cat ears at a public bathhouse.
I was wondering why this fever was happening, but Nagata-san gave me the simple answer. It seems that someone posted on social media about it, and the majority of people think it's really cute. What happened to the portrait rights?
I guess we live in that kind of time, huh? The video of me falling off a boat at the festival went viral as well. I don't mind being posted. We got more customers thanks to that, so... Matsuba-san, I'm done here.
Oh, thank you. You can take a break.
No, I'll go check to see if the shampoo and conditioners have run out.
After 3 months, Misato had gotten used to the job and was able to handle pretty much everything. Honestly, thanks to Misato, the business is clearly in the upswing. Oh, don't tell me you're a goddess of fortune sent from heaven!
What's with you all of a sudden? Why are you worshipping me?
Oh, dear god of fortune, please bring this video a lot of high ratings!
He started to say something incomprehensible. Rather, it's me who should thank you. You helped me out when I was in despair. There were other people who tried to reach me, but their ulterior motives were obvious. The truth is, even back then when I met you, I didn't know what you would do to me.
I'm sure it would usually be scary if a stranger suddenly took you somewhere.
But you turned out to be a gentleman, and I am happy. It's thanks to you that I'm able to live like this now. So there's no need for you to thank me, Matsuhisa-san. And thank you for giving me a comfortable place to stay for the first time in my life.
And Misato smiled at me.
Our water heater broke down. My husband says not taking a bath for a few days is nothing but. We got into a fight because I told him he would smell bad, so I couldn't bring him. Sorry.
That makes my ears burn.
I envy you and your husband. You two seem to get along so well.
A lot of people know you now, huh? I talked to her just when customers stopped coming in.
Yeah, people often talk to me even when I go for groceries. I'm having a great time every day.
Misato said so very innocently. There's no question that it's her true feelings. But why does everyone still think we're married?
Isn't that fine though? It's like we're family. So I'm always happy to hear people say that.
Oh, by the way, where are you originally from? I casually asked her a personal question, which I had never asked her before. If I ask her here, even if it turned out to be a bitter story, I could naturally stop the conversation when a customer arrives. That's what I had in mind.
It's a big city about 2 prefectures away from here.
Huh? From that far away?
I just thought I should go somewhere far away, so I used to walk a lot at first. If anyone I knew found me, they would take me back. Of course, if I get questioned by the police, it would be the end as well. With this in mind, I continued to hide my identity. I was desperate to protect myself.
I'm guessing her family has some kind of complex issues. I shouldn't be asking her what her family would do to her if she went home. Just as I was thinking that, Misato's family found her at this very moment.
So this is where you are. What a dirty public bathhouse.
Damn, you run away from us all the way here.
Huh?
A middle-aged man and woman entered our bathhouse without hesitation. At that moment, Misato, who was standing beside me, gasped in surprise.
Father! My mother!
What? Hey, Misato, it's been a long time. I'm glad to see you're alive. I saw you on social media and came to get you.
Come on, let's go home. You are our daughter.
Misato's parents said that, but Misato is shaking and all pale. Misato's mother reaches out to grab her arm.
No!
Misato slips out of her mother's hand and comes up next to me, looking up at me as if pleading for help.
What's with that guy?
That's her daughter. Give her back.
Matsuhisa-san.
She says she won't go home, though.
Huh? Who the hell are you anyway?
I'm the owner of the bathhouse here.
So what? Are you the one who deceived my daughter into doing this? Should I report you to the police for kidnapping a minor?
Her mother threatens me.
I'm not leaving! That was not something a normal family would do!
Misato then cried out loud about her personal situation.
I was probably an unwanted child. I'm hungry. It was quite common for me to be left without adequate food ever since I was little. Even when they fed me, it was only bread from a convenience store. I'm sure it was the school lunches that kept me alive. Now that I think about it, they must have been in a race with my school lunch fees too. I was often the only one who had to bring home warning letters addressed to my parents. I continued to live anyway, and I studied hard and got into a good high school. I thought my parents would praise me, but what I got was a reprimand.
What's the use of a woman who studies? Young women should make as much money as they can.
What an anachronistic thing to say! I wondered what I had worked so hard for. And then, one day, I heard it.
Oh, God! She just eats away our money. I knew it. I shouldn't have given birth to her.
Well, there are many ways to have her make money. She's finally grown up, so we need her to make money.
I left home in secret and became homeless after hearing that. I don't want to be with you anymore. This is my place. The place for me I finally found where I'm allowed to live properly.
Misato broke down in tears as she recounted her tragic past. Yes, this is your place, so you can stay. I won't give up on my precious family. Yes, I'll protect the family I've spent 3 months with. I stand in front of Misato, declaring that. Screw you! She's our daughter and we have the right to do whatever we want with her. She's not an object, and at 18, she has the right to live freely on her own.
Huh? What an idiot. Minors are under the protection of their parents.
What protection? Bullshit. I'm getting irritated and my language is getting rough. That's how angry I was at these damn parents for making Misato live a miserable childhood.
How pathetic, huh? Who's the idiot? Don't you know the age of adulthood has been lowered to 18 in Japan?
The argument got interrupted, and before I knew it, the regulars of our public bathhouse had gathered around. Well, they made such a fuss at the reception, of course they would gather around.
Huh? What are you people? We're fans of this bath. Or rather, Misato's.
Why did you just exclude this bathhouse, Nagata-san?
I heard everything. Well, I could hear them even if I didn't want to. You really are the worst parents. I wonder how such a kind-hearted person like Misato was born from you devils.
Oh, what the? Why are we being blamed? Damn it! The regulars surrounded Misato's parents and walked up to them.
Besides, this is the bathhouse of the Matsuhisas, a married couple. Misato has already graduated from being your child. She has a husband now.
Huh? There's indeed such a rumor, but then Nagata-san winked at me to give me a signal. Looks like I have no choice. That's right, Misato is my wife. What's wrong with that?
Matsuba-san!
Misato belongs to me, not to assholes like you. Instantly, there was a round of applause and cheers. Misato's parents, unable to bring her back in this situation, had no choice but to flee.
Everyone, thank you. Thank you so much.
As Misato's parents fled and the atmosphere relaxed, Misato bowed to everyone.
It's okay. We're friends, right? I was so surprised. I was about to take a bath and saw you arguing with some weirdos. I panicked and called everyone over, telling them Misato's in trouble.
It seems that each and every one of them did their part to save Misato.
If you get into problems again, just let me know. I'll definitely help you.
That's right. This bathhouse has been a social gathering place since long ago. You belong to this bathhouse now, which means you are a friend. It's only natural that will help you.
Friend? Am I really allowed to stay here?
The tears are dropping from Misato's eyes.
Oh my! I made you cry! But the place you want to be the most is over there. Beside that guy, right?
Misato came in front of me, arched by Nagata-san. I can't see her expression because she's slumped over.
Matoba-san. I've been through a lot of hardship up until now. I've endured and struggled. I thought that I would disappear without being loved by anyone. But you told me that you would become the place for me to stay, and everyone here cares about me so much. I'm so happy. Above all, I received the happiest words from you. Matsuba-san, is it true what you said earlier? I want to be your wife.
Although my feelings for her were true, I can't tell her I said it in the spur of the moment. But with everyone watching, I can't take it back now. Well, I guess it's fine. It's true I already said it out loud. Sure, I'll protect you, Misato. And so I vow to stay by her side and protect her for the rest of my life. I guess this would do. 2 years have passed since then. We decided to close down the bathhouse.
It's going to go away, huh?
It's a special place for you, isn't it? As it is for me.
Yes. It's a place that changed everything for me. I'm sad to see it go.
The reason for the closure is the aging of the building. We're not closing it due to financial difficulties, but rather, we're rebuilding it. The business has improved enough to make that possible. We were able to get bank loans too. Well, it was expected. The building was obviously at its limits.
Yes, if I may say this, they were totally run down.
Well, it all depends on how we look at it, so let's be optimistic. We're gonna make a new place for ourselves with our own hands. A place for you and I.
Yes, I'm very happy. Truly.
Let's invite a lot of customers at the new place, both regulars and newcomers.
Yep! I guess the new business concept can be a public bathhouse full of human warmth.
I'm an owner of a small public bathhouse in the middle of nowhere. Misato threw everything away at her own will. What will these two people do together? That is a story for another time.